40-second countdown. Welcome to the Wellness Revolution with Dr. Robert Wiedemann, DC. I'm Doc G. I'm the announcer today, and we have Dr. Robert Wiedemann tonight and some guests too, hopefully. What's up, Doc?
Thank you very much, Doc, and glad to appreciate being on here tonight. We want to kind of pick up and review a few of the principles we covered the other night. We're not going to just talk about this tonight, though. We are going to talk about a few things about chiropractic philosophy. I think there's really an important reason why to understand chiropractic philosophy, because it really helps us understand how the body works when it comes to the nutrients and so forth. As well as, my background is I'm a chiropractor with 33 years of practice experience and dealing with patients over the years. And I know that the principles, the principles are true. They're just self-understood. They're really easy to understand. So we're going to continue on here with the principles of chiropractic. And we're going to go back to number 23 because we kind of messed up on that one last time. It was really an important one. And that's the function of innate intelligence. The function of innate intelligence is to adapt universal forces and matter for use in the body so that all parts of the body will have coordinated action for mutual benefit. Number 24, the limits of adaptation. Innate intelligence adapts forces and matter for the body as long as it can do so without breaking a universal law, or innate intelligence is limited by the limitations of matter. Okay? You know that if you're in an auto accident and you're injured, you need to go to the emergency room for emergency care. And we want to make sure that we understand that we're not trying to disparage anything with medical doctors or their staff. But we do want an understanding that there are alternatives to certain things. But chiropractic is really not designed for emergency care. Okay. It's designed for it's designed for wellness. Okay. So the number 25 is the character of innate forces. Remember, I said last time I was tempted to put it in red. Well, I finally did. The forces of innate intelligence never injure or destroy the structures in which they work. Okay. If you have an injury, it comes from universal forces. Number 26, the comparison of universal and innate forces. In order to carry on the universal cycle of life, universal forces are destructive and innate forces constructive as regards structural matter. If you remember, universal forces do not have any solicitude for the structures in which they work. That's the difference between universal and innate forces. Principle number 27 is the normality of innate intelligence. Innate intelligence is always normal, and its function is always normal. And the conductors of innate forces are the nerves. The forces of innate intelligence operate through or over the nervous system in animal bodies. And there can be interference with the transmission of innate forces. And the causes of dis-ease. Interference with the transmission of innate forces causes incoordination of dis-ease. Subluxations. Subluxations we talked about last time are A subluxation is a vertebra that has lost its proper juxtaposition relative to the segment above, the one below, or both, to a degree less than a luxation, and causing interference with the transmission of mental impulses. And subluxations cause interference with the transmission in the body, is always directly or indirectly due to subluxations in the spinal column. And I would add to that that it can also be caused by nutritional deficiencies, as well as medications can interfere with it. The principle of coordination, this is really an important one. Coordination is the principle of harmonious action of all parts of an organism in fulfilling their offices and purposes. If you stop to think about that, Doc, every organ in the body has its office. One doesn't try to fulfill the office of another. However, in the absence of an important organ, if an organ has to be removed, sometimes other organs can take over some of the function of those organs. Now, this is really the final one, and that the importance of this is the law of demand and supply. The law of demand and supply is existent in the body in its ideal state, wherein the clearinghouse is the brain, innate the virtuous banker, brain cells clerks, and nerve cells messengers. Okay, we're going to be talking tonight about chiropractic as the missing link. And this is the Latin term for that, absentus vinculum. And basically there's a contrast between the immaterial and the material. Dr. Palmer said that chiropractic is based upon the link between mind and matter. Christian science is based upon the immaterial or the mind. Medical science is based upon the material or matter. That's why they say, "What's the matter with you?" Here's Dr. B.J. Palmer's pun. Christian science is all mind, never matter. Medical science is all matter, never mind. And chiropractic, of course, is that missing link that connects the two. Now, we're going to talk tonight about cycles in the body. We're only going to touch on that. We're going to spend a short period of time with that. There are thousands of cycles going on in the human body at all times, and the number of cycles reaches into infinity. And, a good example of a cycle would be the heart pumping blood to all parts of the body. That cycle goes through the arteries. The blood goes through the arteries from the heart to the far distant regions of the body and then returns by venous return. So let's begin with a simple cycle. This, according to B.J. Palmer, is and of course, B.J. Palmer, to help you understand, B.J. Palmer was the developer of chiropractic. He wrote many, many books. They're called the Green Books. And we are studying a little bit out of Stevenson's chiropractic text. Ralph Stevenson was he was an educator. And he literally did a tremendous work of pulling B.J. Palmer's writings together. This book was written back, I believe, in the 1920s, and was a tremendous book. I study it on a regular basis. So let's begin with a simple cycle. According to B.J. Palmer, this is the very best illustration of a cycle because it helps us understand the overall picture of cycles. This is known as the safety pin cycle. And on the one side, we have efferent, we have creation, transmission, and expression. In other words, those mental impulses are created in the brain, they are transmitted over the nerves, and expressed through the tissue cells. And this is a modification of the safety pin cycle, showing coordination. Remember we talked about coordination with the tissue cells? Innate intelligence does coordinate. Now, on the afferent side, there's vibration of the tissue cell. In other words, the body is able to, and there's transmission and interpretation by the brain. The brain is actually able to understand those vibrations that come over the afferent nerve. And so here's the cycle modified to show interpretation and intellectual adaptation. So just like coordination comes about in the tissue cells between various organs, there's intellectual adaptation that takes place. Remember, adaptability is one of the signs of life, is the key sign of life. And that adaptation is there, that intellectual adaptation takes place in the brain, in the mind, and it responds to the environment. That's what keeps us functioning in a world where the climate is constantly changing. I'll give you an example. You know, you'll shiver in the cold and you'll sweat in the heat. The power that supplies the universe with intelligence, force, and matter is called the source. Okay. And the source, of course, in Zechariah 12:1, 21 verse 1, I think it's 12:1. I got that backwards. Sorry about that. The burden of the Lord for Israel, saith the Lord, which stretcheth forth the heavens and layeth the foundation of the earth and formeth the spirit of man within him. And of course, in Revelation 12, verse 21, verse 1, I think it's Revelation talks about the river of water of life flowing out from the throne of God. And I said last time that I believe that can also represent the intelligence flowing out from the throne of God to the far, far reaches of the universe. Okay, the subsource is that part of the brain used by innate as an organ in which to assemble mental impulses. And it is really a theoretical location. We do know that it is probably in the brain. Remember, I gave the story about my friend up in Montana who, took me fishing all the time up there on Lake Koocanusa. We would pull out, 112 salmon a day. And he taught me how to kill a salmon. You stick your thumb under the gill, find where the spine meets the skull, and you pinch, and it'll die instantly. Mm. So that tells me that probably innate intelligence is in the brain someplace. If it'll work for a fish, it'll work for a human. There was also a young man who was a pole vaulter while I was there, and pole vaulted and slipped somehow, pole broke or whatever, and he fell on where they have kind of a border around where they're supposed to fall, and his neck fell on that and severed his brainstem, and he died instantly. Hmm. So this is the simple cycle. It shows innate intelligence, feeding impulses from the universe to innate brain, and the innate brain communicates with the educated brain. Innate body communicates with the educated body, and so forth. And this shows how it does it. So this is the simple cycle. And you see there's lots of steps in there. We're going to kind of cover those steps right now. But I wanted to show you another illustration of that, this simple cycle. And it shows where innate intelligence affects both the educated brain and the educated body, and the innate brain and the innate body as well. So the first step is universal intelligence, and of course that communicates with innate intelligence, which is in the mental realm, and creation takes place in the mental realm, and then we have brain cell and transformation into a mental impulse. And that mental impulse is propelled along the efferent nerve and is transmitted over the efferent nerve to the tissue cell, where there's reception, physical personification, expression, function, and coordination. And on the afferent side, starts with a cell, coordination, tissue cell, vibration. Impression of the vibration goes along the afferent nerve and is transmitted over the afferent nerve to the brain cell, where there's reception into the mental realm, interpretation, sensation, ideation, innate intelligence, intellectual adaptation, and universal intelligence. So we can see that it's really important to have a normally functioning nervous system. We need to have all our nutrients there to have the nerves function properly. And the tissue cells also likewise need all the nutrients. And then for the afferent nerve leading to the brain has to will make adaptations to the environment. And it's the feedback to the brain. Does this make sense, Doc?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's all about connections, as you said, Doc, with the teeth and everything that's connected in our bodies. It's all connected.
Well, you stop and think about it. When when we digest our food, when we put something in our mouth, the temperature affects us. There's sensation, there's heat and cold sensations that go into our mouth. Our teeth play a part of this. The mouth feel as we bite into something, the signals the brain. What are we eating? The brain analyzes this all. There's a chemical reaction in our mouth from the taste buds and from the smell. I mean, how many times you've bit into some bad food and spit it out? You see, that's a protection. You see, and it's amazing how the body works with this, because it starts a process. It starts with the stomach and the motility of the stomach. The stomach sends its juices in there to digest, and there's an acid environment. Then it flows into the duodenum and the jejunum and the ileum. I mean, those are parts of and what happens is the liver starts to make chemicals that will help break up fats. I mean, there's enzymes from the pancreas. There's pancreatic lipase, and so forth, to help break down the lipids, for digestion. And then, it also produces several hormones to regulate your blood sugar, one of which is insulin. And so, I mean, there's many, many things going on in these cycles, and vertebral subluxation can interfere with this. Believe it or not, the subluxation can affect that. So now I don't think that's the end of the slides I had. It's saying that's number 61. Well, I guess it is. Okay. So with that, we can take that down there, Doc.
You got it, no problem.
So we'd like to go to the website now and start. We had requests when I was on Chance's show the other night to actually cover the website and to help people know how to fill out the forms and so forth, so that they can so what we do is we go to the health questionnaire, health
survey,
health concerns at the top there, and health survey on the left. It has a drop down menu, and of course we're going to fill in the John Doe here has filled in his so forth. Is this section all about the brain? Well, no, it's not really about the brain. This section is how to fill out the health form. This part of tonight is going to be filling out the health survey and how to actually use the website here. Okay, because you learn more when this website is really designed for you. It's not just designed for me, it's designed for you as well if you want to use this with helping people get better. So what we do is we fill out their health information at the top, the age, the weight, the height, the gender, and if you click on female, you want to click on female there, Doc? Can you do that?
Give me a second.
You can't? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. And see what that will do is it will bring up another, if you're expecting mother or nursing mother, there's special considerations with that too. So go ahead and scroll down. And if you have, let's say that you have a number of people in your household who have filled this form out, you may want to clear all the check boxes down below there. See,
Doc, hold on a second. What I'm trying to do is look at what you're doing, so this way I can see what is on the screen. So I have it on my phone. So go ahead. Scroll down, you said?
Yeah, wait just a second here. It has expecting or nursing mothers, and then also there's a place for veterans because we want to keep track of our veterans to see what their needs are. And you're supposed to put a date in there, so uncheck that because otherwise it'll block you from going to the second section. Okay. Now scroll down just a little bit more here, and we're going to check off indigestion. We always start with indigestion here. Okay. And the reason we do that is simply because of the fact that we have to make certain that you're going to absorb, if you're going to make changes in your supplementation program, we want to make sure you're going to absorb it. Dr. Wallach teaches that we are not. Some people say that you are what you eat. Well, Dr. Wallach says, no, you're not what you eat. You're what you absorb. If you're not absorbing anything, then it's not going to help you. So we'll go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. And the first section we have here is symptoms of gluten intolerance. If you have any of these conditions, it means that there are symptoms of gluten intolerance. Okay. And the next section down, it's recommended that for these particular disorders that you have a gluten-free diet. And the reason is because these are digestive issues, and many of these are, not all of them, but these are high suspect of having gluten intolerance. And if you have any gluten intolerance and are not absorbing, then you will not have benefits from what you're taking. And of course, each one of these things, and I'm going to have you check off. Let's see. Let's check off. I don't want to check off. Yeah, let's check off appendicitis or appendix removed. Go ahead and check that off.
Okay.
And scroll down a little bit there. And I'm going to have you check off acne there. On down symptoms of essential fatty acid and cholesterol deficiencies.
Gotcha.
Okay. And of course, the symptoms of blood sugar disorder, go ahead and check off diabetes 2 there. Yeah, there we go. And go ahead and scroll down, and let's do arthritis also. Okay, so many people have arthritis, probably one of the most common problems. 60% of your body is musculoskeletal or more. So, I mean, we have to always be concerned about that. And then there's other health concerns like you could have goiter, thyroid issues. Yeah, scroll down. Yeah, there you go. And so let's go ahead and scroll down a little farther. And once you're done checking this off, then scroll down a little more, Doc. There we go. And you're going to put, let's put none for current supplements in there. And then the next one down, current prescriptions, let's say they're taking none. And other health concerns, maybe you broke your arm at age 8, or maybe you have some other problem that is not listed above. So go ahead and hit continue there, Doc.
Okay. Let's see if it goes to the next one. Sometimes it don't.
Okay, so now with this, let's scroll up just a little bit here. Now you'll see that some of these go down a little bit. Okay, down, yeah, right, you're right there. Okay, you see that there's not very, we didn't check off very many. The more you check off, and we don't want to restrain you from checking off all the problems you have, but it's best to pick the most prominent ones that you have and then go back later and, and do the ones that are less, more, because what happens is you end up, just like any other computer program, you end up confusing the situation. I mean, I've had people just get discouraged because they see this load of, products it recommends. So, okay, so I want to explain how this works. Now, healthcare, if you're a healthcare person out there, you're going to understand what this is all about. It's like a SOAP note. It's SOAP notes are subjective, objective assessment and prognosis. So at the top here, you see that acne is there. Let's say that that's a real issue with you. Go ahead and check acne off there on the primary concern. Okay, so we're going to say that this is a really bad. Go ahead and check off number 5. This is mild, moderate, or severe. So, Doc, I want you to check off 1 first, or the 10. Yeah, check off 10. That's mild. Now check off 30. That would be mild. Moderate. That would be moderate. Go ahead and check off 50. That's severe. Now, go ahead and check off 40, and we're going to leave it at that. 40. No, check it out. Yeah, right there. 40. Because 50 is really hospitalization level of pain. Okay. So the next section over is the frequency. How do we determine frequency? Okay. Well, it would be rarely or always. 10 is rarely. 40 is always. Now, when I say always, that means, let's say that you go to sit down in a chair and you don't have any pain while you're standing, but on the way down, your right hip hurts really, really bad. Okay. Like a 40 out of, 4 out of 5 is like 8 out of 10. So that's a really bad pain. Okay. And let's say that every single time you go to sit down, it happens. Well, that would be always. So that would be, you check off 40 then. Okay. Now let's say that you don't hurt when you sit down. That's fine. It's whenever you do that particular activity of daily living, that's going to happen. So that's a constant problem. Okay. So go ahead and check off 40 there. Okay. Let's say that it's only 75% of the time. Let's say that 25% of the time you don't hurt when you go to sit down. So that would be a 30. Go ahead and check off 30 there. Okay. So let's say that it's only 50% of the time. Go ahead and check off 20. That's still quite frequent, 50% of the time. 25% of the time would be a 10. Okay. Go ahead and check off 10 there. That would be 25% of the time. So let's go ahead and check off 30. Let's say that 75% of the time it hurts. Now, let's say that it started happening, let's say 2 years ago. So we're going to put down 01/////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////// 2023.
001
01, yeah.
2023. Okay.
Yes. Almost nobody can remember an exact date unless you had, let's say that you had an accident. Okay, so appendicitis is, you had your appendix removed, so we're going to check. We're not going to check that one off because here's why. Appendicitis, if you had your appendix removed, it's gone. You're not going to get it back. If you have appendicitis, you're probably going to go to the emergency room You're not going to go to, you're not going to take Dr. Wallach's supplements unless your appendicitis is of a mild nature. So, and very infrequent. So let's mark it a 20 and a 20. And this has been happening again since 01/01/2023. Okay, so you would go ahead and check it off, because I'm gonna retract my statement there, because if you're having mild situations, subclinical, then you would want to do something for that. Okay. And we're going to the arthritis. We're going to check that off. And yeah, it looks like the ones we picked here are going to be ones we check off. So let's say that let's uncheck the arthritis. Let's say that diabetes is your ultimate goal here, and let's say that diabetes is a 3 out of 10. And let's say that it's you're going to put 40 in there because you've got it. You got it. Now I want to go up to arthritis again and put a date in there. So let's say that you've had arthritis since 2004. Okay, and the diabetes, let's put down there that you've had that since 1984. Okay, so there you've got 3, 4. Let's see how many. Scroll up a little bit and let's see how many we have checked off. Let's uncheck the acne, and let's uncheck the appendicitis. Well, no, let's check off the arthritis. Okay, so go ahead and scroll down. Okay, you're going to put I have been or will be taking my products as recommended. Okay, go ahead and update. And by the way, the lower ones here are really for when you refill this out. We want to know if you've been taking your vitamins properly. Okay, go ahead and click on Tangy Tangerine down at the bottom. You want to have the liquid. You do not want the other, and there's reasons for that. We can explain that for you later. But anyway, so what it will do is it will keep track. Now you see it's 24/28. We filled this out on April 24, and we're filling it out again here on April 28th today. And that's how it will. Let's see here. Is there scroll up just a little bit and let's see, is there a health score? Yes. Your total health score is 220. Okay. See that? And you keep track of that, and you basically are going to look at that health score as you go along. Go ahead and scroll down here.
Doc, one question. Does the health score go up or down as we get better?
I believe it goes down as you get better.
So our score for a perfect score would be almost 0 then?
I'm not sure how it grades it. I think that's something that needs to be updated. It's a good suggestion. It's a good question.
Okay.
Let me write it down here. Okay, so what we do here now, we don't rob people's big piggy banks. We want to make sure that you are able to afford what you take, and it's numbered in priority. On the left-hand side, there's a number, and you're going to pick out minerals are always going to be the top of the list. Your plant-derived minerals, they're always going to be on the top of the list. They're the cheapest. They are the most important. Okay. And anybody can buy a bottle of minerals, and you want to do it according to your body weight. Okay. Here it says the dosage is going to be 1.25 ounces. If you weigh 150 pounds, you're going to round it up. If you weigh less than 150, you're going to round it down. Okay. The second on the list is the Tangy Tangerine. This is the multiple vitamin. It does have some minerals in it. Now, if somebody is really on a budget, there is another product called the Ultimate Classic, which is a liquid, and you can actually choose that. It has calcium in it. We recommend that if you can't afford the extra calcium down below. Okay, so number 3 is the essential fatty acids. Now, the reason these are separate is because you really can't mix oil with water. So the problem with trying to do that, it doesn't work. And plus the fact it would oxidize in there anyway. So we keep these EFAs are actually encapsulated. They are from fish in the North Sea from Norway, and they are tested to make sure there's no radiation or any mercury in them. And they are encapsulated in gelatin from cattle down in Argentina. In Argentina, they are quarantined so that they don't allow any cattle into Argentina because they don't want any mad cow disease in there, and they don't have any down there. So then the Beyond Osteo FX, and sometimes if you have a little constipation, we recommend the Cal Toddy instead. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to cover some of the rest of, and go ahead and scroll down a little bit and see down here, there's remarks. It recommends caffeine free. You want to avoid anything with caffeine. Consumption of caffeine increases the loss of minerals by 500%. We recommend gluten free and avoiding anything with wheat, barley, rye, or oats. And I think that probably the next time we're going to probably cover gluten-free, why being gluten-free, why it's important. We're going to actually go through the entire digestive system and help you understand. But you have to really become a detective when it comes to gluten because gluten affects you. Like Dr. Wallach says, it's like taking poison ivy into yourself. So in terms of what it does to your digestion, it literally blocks your digestion, okay? And it recommends that if you have blood sugar issues, it should be sugar-free. And by the way, if you are taking minerals as you should be taking them, and by the way, I want you to scroll up a little bit, Doc. Scroll up on the health form, other way, yeah. Scroll, clear up, right a little farther. Okay. Click on the plant-derived minerals there. Click on the picture. Yeah, click on that. By the way, you can literally order these right from this form right here.
Oh, hold on, Doc. I got to share that now real quick.
Okay. There you go. You can cook with these. I mean, you can put a couple caps full, and let's say if you're going to cook some rice, throw a couple capfuls in. It does influence the flavor. Now, this is what Chance, hi Chance. Hello, Chance. This is what Chance puts on his dog food. That's what Chance puts on his dog food. Isn't that right? Okay, go ahead and now see you can literally add this to a cart and you can order this right there, okay, if you want to. What we really ask you to do though is we want you to join our team. We'd like to have you join our team and become one of Dr. Wallach's team members to help spread this message. That's the reason we've actually started this. You know, Dr. Wallach started this company was to develop an army of people that would help spread this message. Okay, right. Can you get back to the
other one?
Yeah, can you get back to this
before?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There you go. Go ahead and scroll down.
Hold on, wait till it switches over. Where do you want me at?
Keep scrolling down here. These are the secret sauces that for this particular right there. The enzymes. Dr. Wallach calls this gallbladder in the bottle, and it's because it actually has some things in it that helps do what the liver would normally do. If people have had their gallbladder removed, they don't have that little bank. It's like a gall bank. You know, the liver drips this stuff down into the gallbladder, and there's actually a very interesting valve that's kind of a corkscrew, and it will corkscrew bile until the gallbladder's full, and then when you eat a fatty meal, it will unscrew and put the gall into the intestine to break down the fats and so forth. Okay. The next on here would be the secret sauce for the blood sugar issues. And the next one down is glucogel. And what you do, you notice there's a number here. If you can't afford the rest of them, you don't get them. You don't buy them. You follow this in order because the importance of the order here is enzymes first, digestion first, then blood sugar is next, then glucogel, then liquid glucogel. Now, glucogel and liquid glucogel do not have the same things in them. They are synergistic with each other. If you have real issues of arthritis and so forth, you need to have both of them if you can afford it. Otherwise, the pill form is very effective. Selenium would be next. Selenium would be more for things like muscle issues or like for instance, things like muscular dystrophy or cystic fibrosis. And there are some influences on cancer. Selenium has been shown to prevent cancer. There's also copper in the selenium supplement there. The next is de-stress. De-stress is like, for instance, it would be like for adrenal fatigue. This is to help counteract that. And the MSM Ultra is the sulfur. And Chance, can you tell us a little bit about organic sulfur? Because this is the same thing. That
everybody that's
go ahead.
It's not using organic sulfur. Everybody that is not using organic sulfur is sulfur deficient. Okay, the truest form of organic sulfur will, first of all, haven't used it before. What you're going to notice that you're going to be getting a really good intestinal cleaning, and you're going to be visiting the bathroom if you're not used to it. It's going to make you go a lot. And organic sulfur has listen, there's books on organic sulfur, the benefits to the body. So if Dr. Wallach has an organic sulfur, I would be using, because the benefits are going to be off the charts. What I am getting ready to go to is I'm getting ready to go to longevity sulfur, and I'm getting ready to go to longevity calcium, because I'm having leg cramps, and that's as a result of a calcium deficiency. So I'm tired of leg cramps. I'm going to address the situation. So I'll be getting with you, Doc, very soon on the calcium and the sulfur.
Good.
I have a book. And I'll dig it out, and it has nothing but the benefits of organic sulfur. Okay.
Oh,
and when you could literally just, the benefits are just incredible. Okay. And see, you know how a dog will go out in the yard, and when it's sick, it'll lick the grass. I was looking for the organic sulfur in the grass, but the problem is with all the crap that they put in the soil and everything being GMO, there's no sulfur in it no more. So
Yeah,
organic sulfur is also good sprinkled on the dog food lightly.
Yeah.
And Megan, my dog, is she's 8 years old, and I've noticed since I've been giving her minerals, I've noticed Megan is just responding wonderfully. Before she didn't go it, but every couple days, and now she's going every day, and it's a good thing because you don't want those poisons backed up in your intestines, or not even in the dog's intestines or anything. So you want to you got to keep things moving there. Okay, things
Yep.
moving, and if you're, I'm just talking about, all I'm talking about is the calcium for the leg cramps, and also being 73 years old, calcium's very important because what happens if I fall down? I don't want to break a hip. I ain't that guy. I ain't going to have a hip replacement. Okay, so I'm just telling you, I'm going to get on the calcium. I'm going to address it very seriously, just like I addressed the minerals with Megan and the minerals with myself. So I would suggest everybody buy the 4-pack of minerals, the plant-derived minerals, as soon as you can. That's the best value. And I drink it.
Yeah.
I just put it in, or I spray it on my face. I got a small bottle. I spray it on my face and my belly. It's very refreshing.
You can literally spray this all over your body when you get out of the shower. I got Marvin and his wife doing this. His wife is very faithful about it, from what Marvin tells me, and he does it himself now under my influence.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's like, when you spray that stuff on you, it's like you just got a shot of caffeine. You know what I mean? You just took some real strong coffee. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, I'm awake. I'm feeling good,
Yeah. Well, not only
it's that good when you spray those minerals on your face and your belly and wherever,
Yeah.
What's the reason for that? Is because our body, right? The skin is the largest organ in our body, but it's open to all kinds of things, and you're probably getting it two ways. You're ingesting it two ways, which is better than just one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gluten intolerant and have had compromised digestive system, it's probably the best way into your system. You can see there's bowel tolerance. As Marvin used to tells us that when you put cattle out in the spring and they start eating all this green grass, they just spew all over the place, because they don't have bowel tolerance for everything they're taking in, and so that you can have a bowel tolerance for the amount of minerals you're taking in. So that doesn't occur when you spray it on your skin. It goes right in, and the only thing you don't want to spray it on is your hair, because apparently it causes some just some situations with your hair, kind of stiffens it or something. But well, the next thing on the list here is the collagen peptides, and basically collagen is a powerful solution, especially formulated to boost the health of your hair, skin, nails, joints, immune system, and more. It also provides amino acids that play a variety of important roles in the body, sourced from grass-fed beef, fish, cage-free chicken, and eggshell membrane. It provides 5 main collagen types: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 10, or 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. So go ahead and scroll down, Doc, there.
Hey, Doc, listen, I'm sorry I can't stay. I've got a bunch of things going on, but continued success with the show. Please, people, I'm going to tell you what. My little dog, Lexi, got 6 to 7 months of extra life because of Doc's minerals. I'm not kidding. He got me giving them to her, and I fed her twice a day, real high quality dog food. The minerals gave her an extra 6 or 7 months of life, and I'm very grateful and appreciative for the fact that I got to spend that extra time with her. She was very precious to me. All my animals are precious to me, and if your animals are precious to you, And if you're precious to your animals, and I know you are, then think about the minerals, okay? Because I'm serious. It can do so much for your dog and cat and yourself. It really can. But continued success, and I will talk to you later, Doc. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Doc G, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. God bless you both. Keep up the good
God bless.
work. Good night.
Take care,
Thank you.
Chief. Hey, Doc, I just want to say real quick to the people out there as well. I've been on longevity, going on probably almost a month now. I just got my new shipment coming in soon, and overall, I feel pretty good. Now I'm on the plant-derived minerals, the tangy tangerine, and also the EFAs. I'm going to be getting on the other recommended things probably within the next month or two. But what I like what Doc says, because if you form the foundation of the concrete foundation, once you got your vitamins, once you got your nutrients, your plant derived nutrients, and all the things in your body, now you can build from that. And you don't have to build fast, you can build slowly. You increase the dosage, you make yourself stronger, you make yourself healthier. And then pretty soon you got a great, strong immune system. You're healthy as can be. You feel better. You get better sleep, better bowel movements. You eat better. Your sugar, your A1C goes down. All the good things that happen in your life, it makes you feel like you're younger, which is why they call it longevity. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, the whole reason for this is Dr. Wallach's message is that there are 5 populations around the world that live to be 120 to 160 years old on a regular basis, and that he's discovered, and that they just happen to have all the minerals in their diet, in their soil. If it's not in the soil, it's not in their food. So what's happened with America is that we've lost most of the minerals in our soils. So we have to supplement ourselves. And I wanted to also have a call to action, because we would like to have people who want to join with us in the in our endeavors to spread Doc's message. So I wonder if we can have a couple of videos tonight. So let's go up to the top of the page here, clear to the top, up to the, and let's go to training up there. Can you go to training over to the right and go to business? Let's see here. Try the downline structure. Let's see what that shows us. Okay, so we have some training here. Let's see here. My health survey plan direction. Business. Let's try the business center. Let's see what that has. Up the top there. There we go. Okay, let's go to, that's not the right place. So let's go back to training. Go to product training there. Let's see here. My health survey. Plant parameters. No, I'm not looking. You know what? I think that, are you logged in properly?
Yeah, I have the other videos up on the other thing here, Doc. I think these are the ones you're talking about. Let me show you.
There should be a members. You should have a members thing.
See if this is the one. Introductory videos. Is this the one?
Well, we want you to look at those, but there was one in the members thing. Are you in your own website or mine?
I believe I'm in yours. We're logged into
Okay.
yours, by the way.
Why don't you log out and log into your own?
Let me see. Hold on. See if I can do that. Let me stop sharing this here real quick. Doc, hold on. Let me see if I can get this to work here. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have my ID number. Hold on. Get my ID number.
It's 102
Hold on,
822.
Hold on. Let me put it in there.
I know it is. I know it is. It's 102 822 160.
102-822-160.
160.
Okay. And password.
Not that I always memorize these.
Oh my God, I don't remember any of this, Doc. I really don't. Oh, I know which one. Okay. I remember that because we had that problem the other day. Okay. Okay, let's see. My account's not authorized, so let's see. 102-822-160. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not. It's telling me my account's not authorized. So.
Oh, we have to figure out why.
Sometimes we go through these little things, guys, with glitches and stuff that happen. Hey, well, let me log in, Doc.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll text you my. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. I'll text you my password here.
You have 5 minutes, by the way, just letting you know.
What's that?
You have about 5 minutes left. Just letting you know, you're good. Time-wise, no problem. Okay. All right, but I got to get back into your thing here, so let me do that. I got you. I got your thing. Hold on here. Okay. See if I can log in as you.
There's a possibility it won't let you in because you have a different UP address. So.
It's not, and it won't let me in, Doc. Same thing, just you just said. That's what I figured.
Well, we can save it for another time. But, I could email the thing to you. Hold on.
Guys, thank you for being patient with us too, because these things do happen. I'm looking at the people on Facebook here. Let's see if they have any questions. You guys have any questions for Doc out here? We got a lot of people watching on Facebook and YouTube. People listening to us on the radio. You guys got any questions for good Dr. Robert Wiedemann about this program, about anything longevity does? We'll try to answer them, or he will try to answer them the best of his knowledge. And if not, we can always find the answer for you and reach out to us by email. His email, by the way, contact info for Dr. Wiedemann is healthreform90@gmail.com, or you can text 406-270-3754. You can also go to www.getdocsmessage.com. That's for our viewers out there that can't see what we're doing.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Did you send it, Doc? I have a couple minutes yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to get your.
It may not be in. Go ahead, Doc.
I'm trying to get your email address here.
What's your email address? GDPent, ENT1 at yahoo.com.
GG what?
GDP ENT1, GDPent, number 1 at yahoo.com. I'll put it on here if I can find it. Let me see if I have it over here.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. See, GDPent, ENT1. Guys, I'm still designing websites, not the breaking the docs thing, but I'm still designing websites. If anybody wants a website, let me know. I'd be more than glad to do one for you.
Okay, there we go, Doc. I got it sent to you.
Okay, let me see what you have. Let me see what you have, Doc. Okay, didn't come through yet, of course. Let's see. And still didn't come through yet. There it comes. Not yet. Yeah, there it is. Video. Okay. So this is the video you want run. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to put this video up. So here we go, Doc. Hold on. It's okay. should be hopefully have the sound coming out.
When I first heard Dr. Wallach's message, because I had really prayed, I want to do something that I'm passionate about, but I needed to work. I had 3 kids. I had to make some money. So the exciting thing about what I'm doing now is I can help people and do what I really love to do and earn money at the same time. So I decided to join Dr. Wallach's crusade and to share the message. And all I do is, he has an amazing CD called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And it's a lecture that he talks about deficiencies and what people need to do to get their health back. So I share that CD with people, and then I help them, get what they need, and their life changes. And what they buy products and they want to do the same thing. And so they share the CD and they share Dr. Wallach's message. And so I'm building my business, my longevity business. And since then, it's been such a beneficial. I've nearly replaced my full-time income. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer, and I'm looking to move up. But I'm car qualified now, so we only had 1 vehicle. Well, there's some other issues that we had too. We had been in the mortgage business, and we were a part of the mortgage casualty, the mortgage meltdown. So we were really struggling a lot financially. And here we are, married with 3 boys to raise. Like I mentioned, they're big boys, so you got to feed them. So that costs a lot of money. Do all kinds of things with kids and pay for clothes and all that stuff. So now I'm very excited that my business is spreading Dr. Wallach's message of the 90 essential nutrients and being a part of his health crusade. And I'd like to invite any of you all to join that, because we need help. We need a grassroots movement, a grassroots coalition to spread this message, to get this out, because it's not getting out in the mainstream media. We need to be the messengers. So I would just encourage anybody who's considering, the opportunity, the health message, the wealth message, the financial reward, doing something that you really want to do, that consider that, because it's a great opportunity, and I just absolutely love it.
Good stuff, Doc. Good stuff.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she actually has 2 on there. So with that, I guess we're at the end of the time. So
We are.
Thank you very much, Doc. Do you have any thoughts for what you heard tonight?
Well, again, longevity to me is a life-saving, like a life-saving when you're out in the ocean and you're reaching for something. And we're telling you guys, here it is. All you got to do is grab on. All you got to do is let the lifesavers bring you aboard. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring you aboard to not only enhance your health and help your health, but also make you feel good, make your family feel good, make your pets feel good. And let me tell you this, I was buying so many supplements. Doc, I told you this before, and I'll end with this. I was buying so many supplements. I think I was spending somewhere between $300 to $500 a month on supplements alone. That's copper, that's vitamin D, that's everything that's in these formulas. I was buying out of the store $20, $30, $50 or more, because I believe my body needed it. Now I know my body needed it, because when I checked the best health survey, it shows that I need it too. And I'm getting all these nutrients in this one bottle, and all these other things that I need for my body, specifically for me, tailored to what I need, is basically a blueprint for your body, your DNA, everything that you have in your body that needs what it needs. Everybody needs something different, depending on the way you were raised, what kind of food you ate, the way you drank, whatever you had over your period of time. And we all think we had great food. We all think we had great soil. We all think we had great air. We all think we have great water. But we know a lot of that stuff isn't true. So you're supplementing little by little here and this and that and the other thing, and you're trying to pick and choose which ones you really need. With this, you don't really have to pick and choose. It's all in one. And that's the best part about this. When you start taking the supplements and start seeing how good you feel and all other things. I mean, I'm starting to sleep great now. I didn't sleep for a while. I mean, I'd go to sleep 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and I wouldn't sleep at all. And as Doc said, and I will say this too, the copper element is also, and selenium is also good for the C word, and the more you have of these nutrients, your body goes, hey, I'm the guard here, on guard. I'm going to fight off everything that comes into us, including the C word, because as you guys know, it's coming out now that a lot of it's parasites, and we never knew this. We just thought it was a sack of bad stuff, and our body's trying to heal us and save us. That's why it's put in a sack. And one little sack, where to clean it all out, fix it up, problem fixed. I'm done, Doc.
Well, thank you. I just want to close with with a call to action. Let's be a 1%er, not a 97%er or a 3%er, and hop on board and join the team and get your supplements ordered and start learning. Order the website and start learning on the website. There's tons of videos on here. We didn't even scratch the surface tonight, did we?
We never do, Doctor. So we need at least 2 or 3 hours, like you said, per session to get this going. But maybe someday we'll get there. But the point is, all these videos are available on YouTube. Hopefully, be available on a lot of other platforms very soon. And man, this word's got to get out for Dr. Wallach, Dr. Glidden, and the team. Even Marvin. You guys are amazing. And to have a holistic doctor, again, being involved in this, we recommend all doctors, holistic doctors or other, get involved in this. Give this out at your practice instead of giving all that bad medicine out. There's no side effects to healthy nutrients, right, Doc?
Yeah. If you're a chiropractor out there and want to really help your business, it's going to make a big difference in your patients. There are things that I would have done differently had I known what I know. I got involved in longevity when I was in Kalispell, Montana, and didn't know enough to incorporate it in my practice. Had I known what I know now, I would have incorporated that into my practice there. So, and I not only that, I would have had, it would have been a tremendous thing for my patients, because there are many people that I referred out to medical doctors that I didn't need to, didn't know what else to do with them. And, like for instance, I'd have some people that had, their hips were freezing up on them and had to go have a hip replacement. I would have put them on Dr. Wallach's protocols and more likely than not reversed it, so anyway, we love medical doctors too. We don't want to disparage them or hurt their feelings or anything like that just because we're doing natural things. There's lots of medical doctors out there that want to do the right thing. They're really coming out now and speaking out.
Yeah,
they've been suppressed for so long. There's many doctors out there that want to do the right things. And we'll talk about that some more. But there we go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Revolution with Dr. Robert Wiedemann, DC. And hopefully you got all his information. Once again, I'll give his information, contact info for Dr. Wiedemann, healthreform90@gmail.com, or text to 406-270-3754. Check him out at getdocsmessage.com. Sorry about that. And Best Health Survey, guys. Check that out for all your information to put in there.
Yeah, okay? besthealthsurvey.com. Yeah, if you want to fill out the survey and you know how to do it now, besthealthsurvey.com.
And if you don't, just look at the video again and watch us go through it, and then we'll walk you through it. Great tutorial, Doc.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.